And that was Dash, a brand new song from No Thank You, Philly's own, right here on In the Pit, brought to you from the Lehigh Valley Health Network studios. We're getting back into the groove of things here on the show. And tonight, I'm very excited to be chatting with Kaytee tonight here, gearing up for the release of the new album. Kaytee, how are you feeling?
Nervous.
Nervous?
But also very, very excited.
Yeah.
To finally have it be out in the open and people can listen to it, and now I just wait.
Yeah, definitely. The album is All It Takes to Ruin It All. Interesting title. How did that title come about?
So my bandmate and boyfriend, Evan, years ago bought me a comic book about Jimmy Corrigan, and I think that's his name. I kind of forget, and it's not in front of me. I should have looked it up. But there's a little panel in the comic book that says it's completely about, like, nothing, not contextually at all about what the record's about, but It's just a panel that says all it takes, and then one underneath it, to ruin it all. Okay. And I don't know, that image just has always stuck with me, and those words. I thought about them a lot in the past couple of years, so I figured it would be a good name for a record that was about loss, you know?
Yeah. Well, okay, so let's take it from there. Now, Jump Ship debuted like a year ago. So is there a common chord then between these two albums, or are you in a completely different mind space?
I'd like to think that there's a common chord, just because that record was, I guess, initially emotional for me, but I grew after that and am in a different chapter of my life, and now this is just about a different emotional experience for me.
Yeah, all right.
So I would say that they're both connected, but they're just, the subject matter is different. I'm older, other things have happened, I've learned about myself, and so the common chord, I guess, I would say is like my emotional journey, but I wouldn't necessarily say subject matter-wise, they're very different.
Okay. I was talking to you a little bit beforehand, and you actually released the album on Bandcamp already, so if people haven't heard it yet, I mean, they can on Bandcamp. They can also, it's going to be out officially tomorrow, but I got to listen to it, and I got to say, like, I loved your first album. I was obsessed with it when it came out.
Thank you.
So good. And then putting this one next to it, it's like, oh my God, I don't know how you did it, but you're killing it again. So congratulations, first and foremost, on that.
I feel like I grew a lot as a songwriter in the past couple of years, and I grew a lot as a person, and I think that it's a good progression. Like, I feel good about the progression from Jump Ship to All It Takes.
Definitely. Was this like your first band that you were writing for?
Yeah. Okay. I had been in bands, or I guess one band, when I was younger, when I was like 16 to like 21 or something. I was in a band called Airports, but I mainly just played keyboard. I played keyboards and sang, but I played parts that another band member had already written. Like, I was kind of just filling that instrument role.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like my first personal project.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah. That's really cool. All right, so you said chapters are kind of moving together. This is a new chapter of your life. So when did you then start writing this album and putting this album together?
That's a good question. So I guess my father passed away in November of 2015.
Okay.
And I would say a little bit before that, I started, I guess over the summer before that too, I was writing. But I think that incident, and then Evan's little brother passed away 6 months later, that incident, both were really influential for the record. So I would say winter, maybe all of 2016, a bulk of it was written.
Wow.
Yeah.
Geez, that's now I understand, though, what you were saying about the emotional aspect of it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to harbor on that because, it's something, though, that everyone can at least listen to this album and feel like they're not alone with it. So
Right.
That's really cool. So then, were some of these songs then written could have been on Jump Ship?
That was done.
Okay.
That was definitely done. Jump Ship was really sort of, a couple of the songs for Jump Ship were written like right before we recorded it, but most of it was old, and Evan and I wanted to put the songs together, make them complete just to have them.
Okay.
But they were all pretty much written a while before that record came out. This one was very like in the moment.
Okay. All right, cool. So yeah, two years kind of working on this album. We started out the show with Dash. Now, oh my God, I love the bass line, first of all, that started that out with. I almost get like a 90s feel type to it. Can you give us a little background of that song?
Well, writing it, I had just Evan bought me a little baby Martin guitar.
Okay.
It's so cute and perfect, and I love it. And with that, I got a Dashboard Confessional songbook.
Oh, perfect.
Favorite.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to learn how to use new tuning by playing Dashboard songs.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that a lot, and then I just wrote Dash musically, and I spent a lot of time in my living room that summer, and just writing and crying and watching TV and writing and crying and watching TV, and that's sort of like I wrote the guitar part, and then just sort of sang along to it and how I was feeling at the time. We were planning on moving to Vermont, or at least we hadn't planned to yet, but I was really itching to leave Philadelphia and start somewhere else.
Okay.
I was having that summer, actually, it was the summer of 2016, was extremely stressful for me. I had panic attacks pretty much 4 times a day. I was having trouble leaving the house and working. And just basically post-traumatic from everyone in my life dying, and being worried about it, and not knowing how to accept my own mortality. I just sort of was singing along to the guitar part I wrote and playing with those ideas.
Geez, that's beautiful in a sense. You've literally grown from it, and knowing how that song started to hearing it now on this album. I guess I don't even know if congratulations is the right word to say, but just it's very powerful.
I definitely have, after a lot of therapy and time, I have learned coping mechanisms for dealing with the fate of humanity.
Yes, humanity. It's a tricky one, if anything. But yeah, that is something though I enjoy and I love about your music and your lyrics. It almost sounds to myself or a fan listeners that you're not afraid to put down your exact feelings or your emotions or anything that you want into your music. Do you feel that?
Definitely. I guess as far as that goes, I've always been extremely emotional and extremely in touch with my emotions, and I like to talk about them. I like to dig into other people's skin and talk about their feelings, which I guess at times can be abusive.
Have you written a song about someone like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
there are new songs coming. I'm writing again. So.
All right.
But yeah, definitely. But I don't know if this is a silly thing to say, but I have 2 water signs in my immediate chart. So I'm just a very emotional person.
Hey, I feel like I understand you completely with you just saying that right there.
Cool.
So, that makes complete and utter sense. Everything about your music, I bet it's almost like it's one of these days where it's raining outside, but I can listen to your music and just breathe in the music. You can just live in it. And that's something that I think is tough sometimes with musicians. And whatever you guys did to do this, congratulations.
Wow,
really cool.
thank you so much. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Like, if 5 people tell me that my music has made their day feel lighter because they feel less alone, that's like literally, I want to cry when I hear that. You know, like that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, just keep it up. That's all I can say. But I mean, who did you grow up listening to put yourself in that mindset to create this type of music? It is a varying type. So what were you listening to?
Very Dashboard Confessional, sure, something corporate. Gosh, I don't know, just like, who else? I mostly listen to those two, to be honest.
Yeah.
Alanis Morissette, I listen to a lot. Ace of Base, I listen to a lot, which is like sort of out there and not at all related to this. But
it was separate times.
Yeah, the 90s were weird.
Definitely.
I honestly, I listened to a lot in high school. I listened to a lot of Pinback. A lot of Mr. Milk Hotel. I listened to, I don't know, Modest Mouse.
Yeah. Okay, that all makes sense then now, like the variety in the music. That makes sense.
It wasn't until later, like when I started actually writing songs, I was listening to more like Rainer Maria and like classic emo bands, mostly. Rainer Maria, American Football. That was like when, I guess in my eyes, emo revival started was like 2010, you know?
Yeah.
So that's what I was listening to then when I started writing.
Okay. All right. Well, then you said also, were you listening to stuff writing this album that you were into?
I think a lot of Pinback at the time. Pinback has always been like one of my favorite bands, so I love them. Pedro the Lion I listened to a lot for this record.
Okay.
Dashboard, always.
Yeah.
Nothing recent, though. I don't know. I'm like a Swiss Army Romance, and it comes through the most person, and I like won't go further than that. But,
yeah, I understand.
But those are standards in my listening queue.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, Lord, I'm obsessed with Lord.
Yeah. So how was the concert?
It was amazing. I screamed the whole time. I'm worried about the record release tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to sing, but
well, you sound great right now, so I have full faith in you that you're gonna be great. That's awesome. Something I took notice to that with your songs, they're quick songs. Have you do that on purpose? Like, what was that?
I think I don't want to put anyone down because that's not why we're here, but I think that a song that is longer than 3 minutes is overindulgent.
All
And,
right.
you know, when I'm at shows and someone is playing a 4 to 6 minute song, I get bored. I don't care. I just don't care. I heard your chorus, and it was great, and I don't need to hear it 3 more times after your third verse. Like, I just don't. And I know that I'm like the worst, but it annoys the crap out of me, and I just don't want people to get bored. I'd rather listen to a 2-minute song 4 times in a row because I love it and it hits and I miss it as soon as it's over than listen to it for like 6 minutes. I just don't. I don't know. It bothers me.
I so support that. I was listening to, I don't even know, like a 104 station the other day or something, and before it was a full-blown pop song, and before the chorus or the first verse even hit, it was just like maybe a minute of them just like that type of stuff in the background. I'm like, why couldn't you just get right to the verse? Just take all of it out. Oh yeah, I feel that so much.
It's funny, at shows, like I'm always like, okay, let's play like 7 songs.
Yeah.
And then Nick are always like, no, let's play like 9 songs. I'm just like, dude, no, like I want it to be over. And that, like, I love performing. I love doing it. I love playing with people. I love everything about shows is awesome.
Yeah.
But like, I don't need to be on the stage for more than 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Well, in that way,
I don't, like, people get bored.
Yeah, and that way, like, you're getting people more songs. Like, they're allowing them to listen to more, like, hey, we have other things than the 4 songs that you're going to hear right now type of thing.
Right.
So that's that too. All right, this went way different. So we heard a few songs. No, you're good. I love it. We heard a few songs now from the new album, All It Takes to Ruin All. It's coming out tomorrow. I cannot stress that enough. Technically, you can check it out at Bandcamp right now. But we're going to take a listen to New England Patriots at the end of the interview here. But with these songs, what is one that you're most excited about right at this moment for people to hear?
My favorite song on the record is a song called Outdoor Cat.
Okay.
It's the last one I wrote, and I just love it. I think it's so fun. It was so fun to record. It was so fun to sing. It's just like my favorite. It's not really, I don't know. It's kind of like a love song, which is weird, but it's my favorite. I don't know.
Awesome. Well, we're excited to hear it. Everybody's got to check this out. We've been talking about it now. How can people check you guys out? How can they get your music? Bandcamp,
iTunes, I think, Spotify and Google Play. I think maybe in Amazon. I really don't know. I don't know. I don't have any music streaming services because I just don't understand it. But I think we're on all of those.
Just search their name, find their music, get it. You'll figure it out.
That's the thing. Like, people who are listening probably know better than I do.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. Well, I know they can check you out on Facebook, so I'm sure they can find it everywhere.
Yeah, we have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Awesome.
All the social medias.
Cool. Well, everyone check these guys out. Again, it is No Thank You. Their new album is out tomorrow. All It Takes to Ruin It All. You have a huge weekend, a big release weekend here. What's going on?
It's going to be crazy. I can't wait. So we're playing in Philly on tomorrow on the 6th. And it'll be at Country Necktie with our friends Nara and Pax. All great bands, great people, great time. It's emo night afterwards, so I highly think that's coming because I will definitely stay and get hammered. And then the next day, on Saturday, the 7th, it'll be in Hamilton, New Jersey with our friends Brackish. Connor Byrne is like the best, and that'll be fun because we're all from Jersey.
Okay.
And then I think it's a house show.
Okay.
So message somebody for the address. Not me. And then on Sunday, it's huge. We're playing at the Brooklyn Bazaar in New York on the 8th with Max Steele. And they're amazing.
Yeah.
Our Funeral. And it's going to be sick. Oh, and Longness.
Wow.
I don't know. It's going to be sick.
Wow. You have
Can't
a
wait.
huge
I'm not going to sleep all weekend.
No.
Then I have to go to work on Monday.
Just sleep at your desk. Whatever. I'll write you a note. So huge weekend, huge new album. Are we going to expect more stuff from you guys for the rest of the year?
Possibly, maybe. Yeah. I mean, we're going to go on tour.
Okay.
In the summer. So that'll be cool. And I'm just going to keep writing. Keep chugging along.
Yeah. Well, hey, keep it up. Keep it up because I adore everything you guys are doing, everything you're writing. I cannot say congratulations enough to everything that you guys are doing. So here's to your future, dude.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So we're going to end things here with New England Patriots. So, Kaytee, if you want to introduce this song, we'll take a listen.
The song that's going to play next is New England Patriots by No Thank You, my cool band from Philadelphia. Our record is out tomorrow, and I hope you like it. Check it out.